guys ready? I'm gonna go live.
Oh, come on.
Just letting you know.
Going live. Ticker's going.
You gotta stay where you're at.
Yeah.
Yes. That's it.
Should we read the door hanging open like it is? That's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 6 o'clock, we'll start off with a pledge to the flag. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Ready? Thanks for coming, you guys, all three of you. Start off with a motion to approve the minutes from the June 20th, 2022 meeting.
Motion to approve.
I'll second. Any questions about the minutes? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Agenda amendments. Agenda amendments. There actually is an agenda amendment this evening. We're going to add 8B under new business, and that is to add 6 months to the Perry Highway Hose Company MOU to extend it to the end of the year as it is this time, instead of a new MOU right now. So we'll start it off with our new budget year. So that's the amendment.
You'll need to take a vote on a motion and a second to amend that agenda.
Okay, so I'll need a motion to amend the agenda.
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Correspondence, Lisa?
So we received our GAP grant approval and funds. Matt is currently working on the bid documents, so we hope to have that ready beginning of August. That is for the extension of the broadband to the 47 homes in one business. So, yeah.
That's great, great.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you. Okay, cool. So, number 6, a motion for the approval of the June 2022 expenses.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. Any questions regarding the expenses? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, old business, no old business. New business. Motion to approve or deny expenses for attendance at the PAMA conference, Lisa Belmont and Michelle Nesselhoff.
I'll make a motion
I'll second.
to approve.
Yep. I'll second. When is the conference?
So the conference is the first week of August, and I don't remember off the top of my head. It is in Erie this year. It's at the Bayfront Convention Center. Registration is $355 per person. However, Michelle is going to apply for a first-time attendee grant. So hopefully she'll
Oh, cool.
get that.
Well, it's definitely worthwhile for you guys to attend, I'm sure. Okay, cool. So we motion, we say, okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so item number B, our agenda amendment. Motion to approve or deny Perry Highway Hose Company MOU 6-month extension.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second. Any questions about that?
Mr. Davis, if I may just have a brief comment here for the record.
Yes, sir.
The township has historically had an MOU with Perry Highway Hose Company that spoke to the funding of the hose company and their emergency services budget. In 2019, when the last MOU was entered into, the well, let me start here. Let me start over. The agreement was between 2019 and expired on June 30th of 2022. The agreement was for the funding of emergency services and provided that the township fund Perry Highway hose through the local services tax and the money received from the Erie County Gaming Revenue Authority. Through the MOU in 2021 to 2022, Summit was paying the fire department $72,225.66 a month, which is $866,708 a year. By way of reference, in 2018, the township was funding the hose company $500,000 a year. This year, to start the renegotiations of an MOU, Perry Highway's hose company requested an immediate 54% increase in funding from the $866,000 to $1,337,150 a year, starting on July 1st of 2022. In my computer, there we go. Summit has seen, as previously indicated, Summit has funded this through the local services tax and gaming authority revenues in the past, but there has been a decrease between 2017 and 2020 of those revenues, as well as a decrease in local tax revenue. In 2021 to 2022, the funding provided to Perry Highway's hose represented 19% of the Summit Township General Fund budget, and the requested increase would represent 29% of the Summit Township budget. The supervisors have all expressed appreciation of the work of Perry Highway Hose Company and its volunteers, but the finances do not exist today that can fund the 54% increase in the highway hose company's request. And the township needs time to investigate new lines of funding, such as possibly funding these services through fire and emergency services taxes, to fund Perry Highway's hose company at the level that they've requested. The supervisors sent a proposed extension of the current MOU to Perry Highway's hose company to guarantee funding at current levels through December of 2022. That plan would give the supervisors the ability to contemplate how to fund the fire department over the next 6 months, but also then set the funding schedule at the same time as the annual budget, so that the township would be able to budget better for these expenditures, rather than have it expire middle of the year. It would expire at the same time as the budget timeline. That also gives them the opportunity to consider whether a tax would be appropriate to fund it. Perry Highway's hose company rejected that extension and sent a proposal back which allowed for the extension of the current funding amount to December of 2022, but would require the requested 50% increase starting in January of 23 through December of 25. The supervisors rejected that proposal, as they still need to identify where the revenue would come from to fund the increase that has been requested. The supervisors again requested that Perry Highway's hose company approve the 6-month extension, and they rejected that as early as Friday and came back with a request for a 1-month extension at the current level. As the last MOU has expired, there is currently no authorization for any payments to be made to Perry Highway's hose company in July of 2022, and no payment has been made. The supervisors are committed to working out a solution with Perry Highway's hose company to the funding problem, but it has expressed that it must be on a budget cycle, and it must be something that is affordable to the township. And that is the reason why the supervisors here today were amending the agenda to put the 6-month extension of the MOU on the agenda for approval, to ensure that Perry Highway's hose company would receive the $72,000 and change a month that they have been receiving throughout the last year. They received that through December of this year, to give the supervisors time to figure out a long-term solution for the funding, while at the same time providing for funding consistency for Perry Highway's hose company. So that is the intent and the reason for why we're doing this MOU extension here today.
Right. Very good. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. It's a very good explanation. Okay, so That being said, we need a vote.
I think that would be appropriate to ask if there's any other comment.
Are there any other comments regarding this extension? Okay, hearing no comments, do I have a first, I have a second, okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Sorry, aye. Land development, will there be any, okay, we got land development, we have two items on the agenda for land development, there will be no action taken on either tonight since they, well, the paperwork.
We haven't received them back from county planning yet.
Okay, so that'll probably make it to next
Correct.
meeting. Okay, good. So, other business, I guess we go back to you, Mr. Solicitor.
I reviewed an update to the developers agreement with the state police and have forwarded that along to Lisa for your review and consideration. I'm sure you'll see that in short term. Both Matt and Tammy have reviewed that as well and agreed it would be appropriate for the township. In addition, the last version of the lease with Penn State for the history room has been sent out, which I believe has been forwarded to them. So I don't believe there's any other outstanding business with the township.
Okay, very good, thank you. With that, Engineer Jones.
Just one quick thing came up today. The sewer authority is looking for a road occupancy permit for a new road. Just install a private lateral across the road to the pump station that's on New Road. So that will result in a closure of the roadway probably for about a day as they open trench it and put in the sewer line and then do the restoration work. And tentatively that could happen as early as next Wednesday. I don't have an absolute date yet, but I just wanted to put that out there. The new road will probably be closed in the near future for one day as they do that work. And once we have an exact date, we'll notify everybody as best we can with the website and Facebook and whatever means we have at the time.
Very good.
And that's all I have for tonight.
Okay, thank you, Matt.
You're welcome.
All right, Supervisor Lee.
Nothing, thanks for coming. Thanks, Tim.
All right, thank you. I just have a couple of small things. We are planning to resurface the volleyball courts at Picnic Canada this year, finally, and we'll be using this rubberized coating that has been used all around the other townships as of late. And our intention is to paint it in such a way that it can be used for both volleyball and pickleball, which is becoming quite popular. So that's right around the corner. I think the material, the quote was sent in today, so once we get through that, we'll get the material there and get it done. I think it'll be really nice. And there's been a lot of requests for that along the way. The road crew guys did some work up at the park, Buchanan Park, this past week to alleviate some of the flooding around the play area. They made like a new swale up near the basketball court and carried it away from the play area to keep the water off toward the wooded area instead of through the playground. Hopefully that works. The ADA swing has been installed, although it's not usable until the rubber pads are in place, and we're waiting for delivery of those rubber pads now. Once they get here, we'll install those and we should be ready to roll with that deal. There's been a lot of poison ivy sprayed around the fence lines, trees, etc. We've found a lot of poison ivy growing this year, so we had Team Turf come in and hit it, and it's all pretty much dead now. I guess not much else of any real interest at the moment. So, yeah, that's all I have. So, public input, 3-minute limit. Anybody have anything for the better of the order? Okay, hearing none. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
Chance of
God bless you.